to amend some proposals without engaging all leaders.
After the day's uproar in the Central Business District, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya parliamentary group has joined Kenyans in rejecting the finance bill in totality, further calling for the immediate release of Kenyans who were caught protesting.
Also calling upon the immediate and unconditional release of all innocent Kenyans who were arrested today in the process of exercising their constitutional right.
Ni lazima serikali isikize wananchi, na sisi kama wabunge tutasimama nao ili tuhakikishe kwamba mswada huu umeanguka.
And they were very peaceful. Why do policemen always scatter people with this tear gas?
Mimi nawaambia mtashika wangapi?
Kenya iko na pesa ya kupoteza. Tumeona binduki zote zimetolewa. Maskari wako mabarabarani. Tumechoka na tunasema no kwa finance bill.
They were expressing their concern over that bill, release Kenyans and withdraw that bill.
Criticizing the Kenya Kwanza government's removal of some tax proposals, the minority group spoke with conviction, saying other proposals which are more punitive should have also been addressed.
Despite the changes announced today, we as a coalition are not convinced that they go deep enough and contain corruption, especially the budgeted corruption and wasteful spending. For instance, we demand that the export promotion levy of 10% on clinkers for manufacture of cement is a tool for stagnation. It is meant to stifle competition in a particular sector with a view to protecting a particular investor in a specific sector. We also demand the outright dropping of the proposal by the Transport Cabinet Secretary to increase fuel levy by Kenya shillings 9 per liter.
Na hata juzi Treasury mwenyewe ambaye alikuwa anasoma budget ametuambia kabisa hizi pesa hakuna. It's either Mkenya alipe ama wende kukopa nje. Ikiwa nyinyi mlikuwa mmeongeza last year na mpaka sasa hamjalipa deni, muna uhakika gani hizi pesa ambazo mtaweka mtalipa?
They have urged Kenyans to keep up the spirited fight, further vowing to also push for further amendments in the bill, if not its total withdrawal.
Today morning, Kenya Kwanza government called friendly MPs to State House to try and amend alone, thinking that by doing that, we will be happy.
As a coalition, we reject the entire bill. Yes. 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 And demand its total withdrawal. Yes.
Harriet Chimea, K24.
Now, over 10,000 women entrepreneurs from across the continent are set to benefit from a business networking and marketing linkage from a partnership between ABSA and the International Trade Center She Trades Kenya. The conference has been select women-led businesses from the agri-food, textile, handicraft and accessories participate in a one-on-one business meetings with potential buyers from the UK and African corporations. ABSA Inspire Me conference is the largest continental meetup for women entrepreneurs across Africa and is currently running in its third cycle.
If women were to fully participate in the global economy, potentially there could be an upside of 12 to 28 trillion additional value in the global GDP. Now that's a big opportunity. That's something we should all be working to unlock and, to execute.
This conference is themed Empowering Her Growth. It's a conference that brings a lot of women together. We're targeting 10,000 women plus because it's an opportunity for women to come together, be inspired and be also able to inspire others. And we have 10 buyers, 10 huge buyers from the UK who've also come in to see what we're doing in Kenya, what we're doing in Africa, and be able to support women in growth.
What ABSA is trying to teach people is that it's important to have someone to hold your hand, someone accountable, your accountability partner, someone who's been there, someone to hold your hand and walk with you in this journey.
This conference presents an excellent opportunity for me to find buyers potential partners to promote my business and then to diversify market opportunities.
Well, it's time for us to get on with our discussions for this evening. Tonight, we take a focus on the Finance Bill 2024 report that has already been presented to Parliament for debate and, of course, the voting that will be happening sometime next week. Joining me this evening is Honorable Jamatia Florence Ergon, who is the Member of Parliament for Baringo constituency, as well as Honorable Mark Mwenje, who's the Embakasi West legislator. Thank you for making time for us. Now, Jamatia, let me begin with you. Even before we get to the finance bill, what's the business with the government always interfering with peaceful protesters and not necessarily giving them way to present themselves? And we already know that the president himself has said that he'd want to be held to account. So what's this business we're seeing police officers always arresting people who are out to present their ideas?
Thank you so much. I must say, first of all, I would consider the arrests of the demonstrators a bit unfortunate, but most likely it is just that the government of the day is trying to protect mostly, you know, as much as you are protesting, you should also be able to protect other people's rights, their businesses in town, and I think that is what caused the police to intervene when protesters just flock into town and they were, you know, unruly. To some extent, they were not able to, you know, be guided enough by the leaders of the protesters. So I think that is what caused the police to, you know, come to the rescue of the other wananchi who are not part of the demonstration.
Well, you say, I mean, protecting businesses, but you know very well that different groups presented the letters to the police commander in Nairobi County, and you, of course, say that it doesn't acknowledge those very same letters. So what then do you mean by trying to protect businesses? Because the last I checked, based on people's pronouncements and even what people were saying, that we are outside your parliament, there's been peace so far, but the police just showed up out of nowhere to start and literally bring chaos there.
I don't think they just showed up. I mean, you can't round up almost 1,000 people in one place, a very small place, and you expect it to be very normally peaceful. There was definitely a lot of chaos there. There were people throwing, you know, picketing as a right does not give you room or permission to disrupt other people's ways of life. I was probably driving and you suddenly block the road, and there are always areas that most likely they were given to do their demonstrations and to go through the specifically parliament area. But that did not mean that they were supposed to be disruptive. And when they went there and they were a bit unruly, that is when the police stepped up. And for me, there would be probably a bit of excessive force that was exercised. But generally, the demonstrators also did not accord themselves, you know, the proper way while demonstrating.
All right, Mark, let's now get to the finance bill as we begin this conversation right here. Of course, as ODM, you've clearly stated that you've written to your legislators not to engage in any other matter up until the vote is taken on this particular bill. And looking by that number, say ODM, you have about 85 or 86 legislators. Of course, other affiliate parties have others as well. But we all know at the end of the day, those numbers don't add up to anything much, but you've said that you have a plan to see to it that this bill does not go through. Basically, take us through that plan.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for inviting us this evening. First of all, I'm not in ODM. Let's make it clear. I'm in Jubilee.
Yes.
The Jubilee
which is
that
under
Azimio.
Azimio.
In Azimio.
Yes, yes.
But obviously, we work in a coalition together. What you saw today, even for us issuing a statement under the leadership of Wandai, the minority leader, we addressed that issue as Azimio. And that communication has gone to all members, not just from ODM to Jubilee to WIPA to DAP, basically to all those members of that coalition. But we want our members to stay put. Today we've held a PG purely on the issues of the finance bill, and we were waiting. We were waiting to see what the report contained, what was going to be brought to the floor by the Committee of Finance, and that has happened this evening. More importantly, we may not have the numbers.
All right,
to
Mosh,
defeat Kenya Kwanza.
let me just come in right there. I believe there's a slight technical hitch that we want to fix as we progress on with the live broadcast. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more in a short while.
Have you watched K24